All right. Shalom, shalom. Like to say all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Makah, Kadash, and double honor to the elder apostles of great notes and peace and blessings to all you brothers teaching the truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Right. We'll do this when recording, but it's only me out here on live stream, probably for the next couple of weeks. But just want to go over some brief things. I got the sign out here. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Israelites. All right, no matter what these heathen nations say. And I got this off the comment board out the Apostles Cabal page. The person put, you know, this was February 22nd. Says, is it always Esau? Is it never salvation? Jake, Jake, Jake. Okay. And what I have to say about that is the two players, the main players in the scriptures is Jacob and Esau. All right. And every other character or every other nation, I would say, in the scriptures is they have a movie role to play. Okay. But the main characters is Jacob and Esau. So, and Lord's will, I'll be able to get into that, but with the Esau part, but the part of salvation, okay, and how it's attached to Jacob comes in many different facets, but it all starts with the promise of Abraham. Okay? And with that promise, okay, came joint heirdness with Yahweh Shai in these days, in the latter days, saying that, pursuant to when the kingdom of heaven arrives. Right? It's only one group of people that's going to get that joint heirdness, okay, or be joined onto Yahweh Shai when he starts to rule. Okay, and we know the order is Yahweh Shai, the men of the elect nation of Israel, and then the women and children down. Okay, we know that. So what I'm saying is in part to the salvation part of Israel, okay, which is Jacob, is along with that promise, all right, our salvation is coming, right? I got a couple of scriptures, bring them out, try to link them together, you know, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. I'll try to be edifying as possible, but this comes from hearing breakdowns, reading the scriptures, reading the precepts, and that's how you can conclude this matter. All right, salvation comes, okay, through that promise that was given to faithful Abraham. All right, so let me get into it. Shouldn't take long. I'm just gonna, get straight to the point with all these notes. So the first precept I got is Genesis 13 and 14 to the 15th verse. It says, "And the Lord said unto Abraham, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes and look from the place where thou art northward, and southward, and eastward, and westward. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever. So we know that from Abraham came Isaac, Isaac came Jacob, right? So the promise that I just read in Genesis 13, 14, and 14th verse, all right, 15th verse, was given only to Abraham, all right? And then in turn, he was going to pass it along to his sons, okay? Now, we know that Abraham had Isaac. We're no dummies on that matter, okay? But something was done inside of that in itself where the promise only passed to Isaac. It didn't pass to Ishmael, okay? And we know what that is. Go right to it. It's Galatians 4 and 23. It says, but he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, right? And that's Isaac, not Isaac, but Ishmael, Salaki. He was born after the flesh because Abraham and Sarah, they couldn't have they couldn't have kids. All right. So within all that happening, right, Sarah forced the hand of Abraham trying to have him to have an heir, right? But it didn't work out like that. Because when you go to get it, it's Genesis 17 and 18, right? And this is how Ishmael gets pushed out the way, which is the Arab nations today. Is Genesis 17 and 18, verse 22, and it says, and Abraham said unto the Most High Power, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee, right? And Yahweh said, right, Sarah, thy wife, shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, right? This is just the freeborn, okay, which is Isaac, to the free woman. Uh, hold on, read. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget. So on the other side of that, Ishmael has those birthrights that was given to him from the Most High Power. Okay, Yahweh. All right, but who's in charge of the lands of oil over there today? Okay, Ishmael. Right, he has his setup. He got his setup. We don't have ours still. Right, we for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to come so we can get our setup, which is the kingdom of heaven. People on the sign, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and it says, as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him 12 princes, shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac. So the covenant that he's going to establish with Isaac is the covenant of, you know, being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, okay, and giving him rule and dominion over the land of Eden. Okay, eastward of Eden, which is Jerusalem. All right, because that's what the at the first. And in Genesis 13. That's what that was talking about. Okay. Let's go back to Genesis 13. So in that, this how you could tell, right, that there's no other nation outside the nation of Israel that's going to have this type of dominion, all right, this type of rulership that's coming. Because when you read Revelations, the 7th chapter, it goes into the holy roll call, as the elder Malcolm over in Chicago would say. It only has, the lineage of Israel on the gates. Okay, 12,000 from each tribe. So it can't be Moab coming in. It could be none of these other nations coming in, but the kingdom to come, which is the nation of Israel. Right? Let me see. So with that happening, you know that Israel was going to be numbered as the sand of the sea, right? It was going to be a great diaspora that happened that pushed us everywhere into the four corners of the earth, which is, if you do a little history research, you can get to it. Okay. And, this replacement theology is not crucial from the Christians because, I have a Yah Israelite at my job and he tries to bring in everybody just like the Christians do. But it's not going to happen. Okay. It can't happen. It can't happen for the mere fact of the matter is, all right, the people that's is speaking of in the scriptures, right, is only pertaining to that seed line or that lineage, okay, not to anybody else. And during that time of 70 AD, see, most Christians, like I talked to a Seventh-day Adventist, he said that the nation of Israel was done away with. Well, when you read First Kings 9:7 to verse 9, it does say that, but it only says that in the aspect of us going to whoring after other gods, which King Solomon was the first one to, not the first one, but he did that in his kingdom. All right, he went set up idols and everything to those heathen wives that he married, and he worshipped those gods, those false idols. The Lord took the kingdom away. Okay, this First Kings 9:7. It says, "Then when I cut off Israel out of the land which I have given them, in the house which I have hallowed for my name, will I cast out of my sight, and Israel shall be a proverb and a byword among all people." And that we are. Okay, we don't have a seat in the UN. That's number one. Number two, we only get called by objects or by colors. Okay, okay. Uh, Black. That's a color in the crayon box. No such thing as black people, because we're all different shades of brown. Okay, that's what you look up human. It goes into that. Okay, with different shades of brown, not black. There's no black person out there. Okay, you got the darker shades of brown. Then you might even have Native Americans that's uh, to the point of dark skin brown. Okay, you might have that going on, but it's no black people in the earth. Okay, only different shades of brown. The other bywords would be Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans, Guatemalans. Only the lands where you come from, and that's not uncanny. because back in the ancient days, look at Job's friends. Okay, they were called by the lands where they came from, but we know them to be as Israelites. All right. It says, byword among all people, and at this house which is high, everyone that passes by it shall be astonished and shall hiss, and they shall say, why hath the Lord done this unto this land? Right? Because we went off, all right, into this house, and they shall answer, because they forsook the Lord their power, right, who brought forth their fathers out of the land of Egypt, and have taken hold upon other gods, and have worshipped them, and served them. Therefore hath the Lord brought up upon them all this evil. So like I said, you written the kingdom away from the nation of Israel at that time in biblical history. Okay, that's what happened, right? But the promise was never taken away from us, right? Because as you can read, let me see, go to it. When you go back up to Genesis 13 and 14 and 15, it says, the last part of the verse, it says, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever. And we know that the scriptures say that the Lord is a man that he shall not lie. All right. And that's what you see. Okay. He made that promise with Abraham, and he's not going backwards. Okay. So we're going to be locked in this covenant with him for a great deal of time, and even until this time. Okay. And right now, you got let me grab this scripture right here. Zechariah 9 and 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and will cut off the pride of the Philistines. Right? And that bastard that's dwelling in Ashdod right now is who the world ignorantly thinks that are the Israelites, are the Israelis. Okay. And those people over there, they're Khazars, they're Amalekites. Okay. They're of the nation of Edom. Okay. I watched a little bit of that movie, what was that? The elders have put it out. I watched a little bit of it. The late great planet Earth, right? So it got to the point where the Balfour Declaration was being shown in the movie, and when they showed it, you know, it can't be the people that's dead, man. It just can't. And we go into it, me and the brother DeBar, we go into it every week. That the people that's posing there, that's committing identity fraud, okay, is the people that very well are the devil that the Bible speaks of. Job 9 and 24, those people right there. All right. It's a lot of things going on in the earth, which, these people are, they're in control of it. All right. They're the ones that's trying to, make it live, the life live, so to speak. These people are the ones doing it. All right. Nobody else. It's them, because they control media, they control entertainment, they control the news, okay? They even control the government. And if that wasn't so, then why are we seeing the bombings in Palestine happening like that? Okay. And nobody's speaking up and stopping them. Okay, because they have the pseudo blessing that they made up themselves. Okay. But really not, because when you go to Genesis, let's get that real quick. And this is how you want to separate the two. It's Genesis 27. Just grab it. Well, let me get Genesis 26. But this was the promise that was given through Isaac, right? This is Genesis 26 and 2. I tell you, boy, it just don't stop. False history. On and on and on. It's Genesis 26 and 2 to verse 5, and it says, "And the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell you of, sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and I will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father, and I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto the seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws." Right? So that was him telling Jacob, right? That was Isaac telling Jacob this. Well, not Jacob, telling his seeds, Slaki. So they went down into Egypt. But before that, Isaac got the promise from Abraham. When you go back to Genesis, the 26th chapter, 27th chapter, Slaki. I think it's 27. Yeah, Jacob, uh, Genesis 26, 27, Salaki. And this is when Sarah dressed up Jacob as Esau. All right. I mean, Rebecca. Which is the wife of Isaac's. Salaki. Says, "Behold, Esau, my brother, is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will fill me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing." And his mother said unto him, "Upon me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice, and go fetch me then." And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother. And his mother made savory meat such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son, okay, which is Esau, because he's supplanting Esau. That's what he's doing. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may be blessed. And Isaac said unto his son, How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Lord, thy power, all right, brought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. So Jacob put himself in that little space because his mother said, You're the one that's righteous and good. Okay, take this man's space. Okay. And he discerned him not because his hands were heavy, as his brother's Esau hands. So he blessed him. And he said, Art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat, and he brought him wine and drink, and he drank. And this is what these gutter rats, they can't get over this part right here. They're constantly in dread over it. Okay, constantly in dread over it. They don't know what to do. That's like the scriptures say. They shall uh, seek their birth right back with tears. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. All right, so they're mad. They're mad that that they got beat out of their blessing. Verse 26. Jump down there. Genesis 27 and 26. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near now and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment and blessed him, and said, See, thy smell of my son is as the smell of the field which the Lord hath blessed. Right? It says, Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curses thee, and blessed be he that blesses thee. Right? And that's what we're waiting for to this day. Right? Until the very same day, we're still waiting on that to be delivered onto us. Right? Because on the flip side of that, Esau got the blessing of the fatness of the earth. Okay, so since he got the fatness of the earth, that's why he's ruling in the manner that he's ruling in today, okay? In the blessing of the sword. So he can make up a pseudo kingdom, and that's what we're living in. Babylon's the Great. We're living in that pseudo kingdom. Okay, because as you can see, everything is crumbling down around us right now. Nothing is solid. Nothing is forever. Our kingdom is going to be forever. And I'm talking about the nation of Israel. Kingdom is going to be forever. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to and read Genesis 26 all over again. Right. It's Genesis 26 and 2 and 5 to 5. The Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt. Right. It's Isaac talking to Jacob. All right. This is Isaac talking to Jacob and reading in our T. That's one place. All right, I got it. Genesis 26:1, and it says, "And there was a famine in the land besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham and Isaac." Right. Went on to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Geir. And the Lord appeared unto him and said, "Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in that thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed." And in a way, we wait for that still to happen, but it has happened. It happened because of what? When you see I tell you, that's like one big ass mess here in Babylon the Great. And it just doesn't stop. Okay? Just doesn't stop. But like I said, these nations having us in captivity. Over to McDonald's. McDonald's. Probably to McDonald's. Saying these nations had us in captivity, right? And every nation that we was in captivity with, we built up their land, man. Okay, so in a way, that has happened, but not in the way that it's being explained on to Abraham, not Abraham, but by Isaac at this point. You see, I'm gonna read it again. Genesis 26:3. Verse 3. It says, "Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father." Right? And that's what we're waiting for in the kingdom of heaven. That's going to happen, no matter what. "And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all these nations of the earth be blessed." Right? And when we get into that rulership in the kingdom of heaven, what's going to happen is, they're going to get their just due as long as they're doing according to the will of the Heavenly Father. Okay? These nations are going to get their blessings, so to speak. And it's not going to be a blessing, but, they're going to be servants unto us. That's what's going to happen. Okay? We're going to be blessed. And by us being blessed, then they should, live the life that they supposed to be living. Okay? And righteousness, kingdom of heaven when it comes. All right? Let me get this too. Just to further prove it. Um, let's get Galatians 13, Galatians 3:15, right? Read that too. Yeah, this is Galatians 3:16, right? It says, now to Abraham and his seeds were the promise made. His seed, he saith not, and to seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is in Yahweh Shai. All right. So that one seed that it was given to was Isaac. From Abraham, Isaac on to Jacob, and then Jacob on to the 12 patriarchs. Okay. Of the nation of Israel. That's why you got Revelations, the seventh chapter, right? Yeah, Isaiah 11 and 12. Is that what that? Right? But this is this is where Roman 9 comes in. You know, where people can't they don't understand what's really going on as far as you know the the outcast of Israel coming from other nations. That's what they don't understand. They don't understand that part at all, and that's where we get a lot of blowback from Christians, Yah Israelites. Who else? Seventh Day Adventists, Jehovah Wickedness, all the above. Okay, this is Isaiah 11 and 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, all right, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. All right, and that ensign is Yahweh Shai. It was put on the cross, thou written to, all right, and gave everybody to be their own priest, okay, through the blood sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, all right, to repent and come back to the nation of Israel, which is your salvation. That's how you're going to get your salvation on this side, man, okay, by doing that, right? You got to repent and come back on to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all right? And this is no such thing as spiritual Israel. It's no such thing, okay? Because that's what those gutter rats over there in the land of Jerusalem to this day is doing right now, okay? They believe in spiritual Israel, all right? But it's not, it can't be because you got to come out of the lineage, right? You have to come from the Raza of an Israelite, okay, to be an Israelite, right? Even if you're dispersed among the other nations, you still came from the Raza, okay, which is the seed of a man, right, to be born forth on the earth, right? But it wasn't just any old man; it was an Israelite man, okay. There's plenty of examples on the net now, okay, especially through GMS, Great Millstone, okay. They show it all, man. So there's no mistaking, uh, no mistaking about how Israelites are spread forth all over the world, man. Okay, grab another one. Get we can go to Isaiah 43 and 1. This is Isaiah 43 and 1. It says, "But now thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee, I have called thee by thy name." Right? It's no other nation being called by thy name, okay, which is the Lord's people, Yasharala, okay. It says, "Thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not uh, uh, burn, be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. For I am the Lord thy power, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Syria for thee. Since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore will I give men for thee, and people for thy life. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. So until this day, that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting to be gathered up, right? But it also says that you can see it in Deuteronomy, right? 28, that he's the savior for us, right? That's never going to change. You can also see it in the other scripture. Yahweh Shai himself, he said it. All right. What did he say? He's not sent but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. It's no other nation under the sun that's being called the Lord's chosen people, right? And even the Lord said it Himself. All right, only the nation of Israel. So people can start running up on Israelites. All right, the Israelites and asking us if other nations can be saved. They're going to be saved, but saved when we get into our power, okay, our rulership. All right. Let me get this. This is Amos 3 and 2. It says, "You have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities." And that's what we got today. We get punished for our iniquity because the nation of Israel is the only family that, you know, he's hard on, man. Okay. You know, you see Moab and he's having a hard life, man. He's fitting the curses. Guess what? That man could be an Israelite. Same throughout the whole world, man. Any of these people, man. And we already know a majority of the west coast of Africa are Israel. Okay, they just didn't get put on the slave ships and brought over here, man. Okay, because they go through hardships as the curses say they would, they fit the curses, man. Them people over there in the land of Israel, they don't fit the curses, right? And right now, let me get it. This how you know. We went through it last week. Me and the brother did. Luke 21 and 24, right? It said, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentile until the time that the Gentiles fulfilled. Right? And that's what happened. Right? We fell to the edge of the sword and we was carried away. Into all nations we were carried away. Okay? During 70 AD, and then during the time of the Balfour Declaration, that's how it got trodden down by the Gentiles. Okay? Which they're still over there to the day. So a great eviction is coming, right? And this is where we get on Esau, because prophecy has to play out with Esau being the wicked on the earth. Okay, Esau Edom, which is the so-called white. Okay, he has to play out his his, uh his part, and his part is to be fully engulfed in wickedness, man. Okay, the Lord made one. Let me get it. Salaki, brothers. It's Romans 9 and 21. It says, "Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?" And that's what Esau has to do. He has to play out that part. Okay, a dishonorable vessel, which he's doing. You know, when you go into the things that this man is doing today, which is running the food, water, air, the families of the earth. Okay, just being satanic all around, but that's his lot. Okay, its lot was to be the perfect demon. All right, as it states in Apocrypha. He was going to be the border of wickedness. That's what I would say. But this is Malachi 4:1. I mean 1 and 4. You know what? We'll go up one. Go right to it. It's Malachi 3:1. It says, "Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord whom ye seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts." Right? But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire and like fuller's soap. Okay, and this Isaiah 63 goes into this, I believe. And he shall sit as a refiner and purify as silver, And he shall purify the sons of Levi and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness. Then shall the offering of Judah and Jerusalem be pleasant unto the Lord, as in the days of old and as in the former years. No, this is the wrong verse. Yeah. Okay, I meant to get Malachi 1. I don't know how I got you 3. Salaki brothers. This is Malachi 1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Right? And that's what he's doing. Right? He's going to bring down this pseudo kingdom, okay, this queendom. He's going to bring it down. He's going to lay it waste. All right. It's going to be filled with all the all the desert creatures that you can imagine. All right. Pursuant to Revelations. All right. Verse 4 says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Right. But we will rebuild the ruins. That's what it says in the NLT. The Lord of hosts that shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Right? And that's Esau's lot, right? His lot is that because of the wickedness that he's doing. You know, he got this we can go to Obadiah and fill it in more. But when you look at what's going on, he's gradually making this queendom worse, right? And things that are to come, such as power being shut off, uh, grid attacks. I'll say that. Uh, introducing AI, which is going to kill a lot of jobs for people. Which we don't care about that shit anyways. But different things that's going to ruin this pseudo kingdom that he got going, right? And it's not going to come to any fruition, right? Money markets are going to fall. They're already looking at making the yuan, the petrol currency, okay, to do business with the oil, all right? Which it doesn't bother us, man, because all this is going to bring him to his knees. And when it brings him to his knees, it's kudos for us, man. It's bye bye to this queendom, all right? And that's the fulfillment of Yahweh Shai getting ready to come back. Now, one thing with the gradualism thing is the way they're going to do it, they're ushering in that chip. And you got WEF, all right, GREATREST people, all right, they're sitting behind the government, all right, through the notes that was written in the Club of Rome on how to make moves, so people will be funneled into that to the CHIP, okay, and that's why he has that one saying, Satan Claus, okay. That's why he has that one saying, you'll be happy and have nothing. Because this is one thing that Americans know for sure, right? They are a consumer nation. And all you have to do is take away their ability to buy and spend, and they'll get right in them damn lines to get hipped up, man. Right? Anybody that comes to that's going to be like it says in Daniel 12, time like no other, right? But this is why Esau is going to have to be destroyed. Okay, but you turn things upside down, man. The scriptures are a perfect way to live. It doesn't leave room for error, only growth and flourishment, okay, and righteousness. And this devil, he didn't turn it upside down, man. And for that, he has to pay, man. He has to pay. Okay. Psalms 83, he coupled himself with all these people, man. All these people that's in cahoots. And I mean these other nations, okay, they're in cahoots with him and they're going down to watch with him. Okay. This place is circling the drain bad. Okay, I went to do a little business last night, delivering shit. I pulled up into I don't know, I would call it a pub or whatever, but it felt like it was 1982 when I went in that bitch. Just on the aspect of people still trying to live this facade of a life, thinking that they can go out still party and bullshit, you know. And I'm talking about Esau Edom. They could do it, but the thing of it is, when the collapse hits, it's going to hit them hard. They're not going to know what to do, and that's good for them. But that's how much the Lord hates them. They got a goddamn trick bag over their goddamn head, man. Hey, good riddance to bad rubbish. And let me get this in Obadiah. First, let me get this. I want to get this first. Isaiah 29 and 16. Is Isaiah 29 and 16. It says, Isaiah 29:16. I'll start up at 14. It says, therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of the prudent man shall be hid. Right? And that's what you're starting to see with this government, man. This government is done. And this was written for Israel, right? But because these people laid their hands on the scriptures and tried to use it for their their how can you say it, their justification, just like we see it happening with Benjamin, not a Jew over there. He's doing it now, also, like they've been doing it. Okay, trying to justify them doing whatever they're doing over there to the Palestinians. But it's the same thing with this. It's Isaiah 29 and 14. It says, therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of the prudent man shall be hid. And we're seeing that today within the government. Not even there, but all people. If you want to be technical about it, even two-thirds of us, they don't have no more wisdom. You know? An older man can't tell you what to do because either he's simped out or, he has these wayward doctrines in his head in Christianity or just being beat down to the point by white supremacy that he can't pick himself up and think in a kingly type mindset. Okay. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and the works are in the dark, and they say, who sees us and who knows us? Like I said, the gradualism is big, all right? Esau Edom, that's what he's working on. He's working on gradualism all day, every day. He can get things woven into to society smoothly without no hiccups. But the biggest hiccup is, when you read Obadiah, the Lord said he got something working for himself. Okay, so whatever's done in the dark, man, is gonna come to the light. And I can get that scripture too, but these people they have these secret council meetings, have these secret summit meetings on how they're gonna govern the world in the years to come and in the next year, so on and so forth, man. You know, we just watched that World Economic Forum. Okay, then you got things like the Bilderberg meetings coming up. What's that? The Grove over there in California. Okay, with the Moloch statue, which they say they don't even go there no more. But that's just them. You know what I'm saying? They've been exposed to that, so now they have to move in a different type of manner, a different way. You got Peace Gates and it's a lot of shit, man. There's a lot of shit. Edom is just wicked. He the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Right? East Isaiah 29:16 says, surely your turn of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say him that framed it, he had no understanding? And that's what they're doing, man. And you know what proves that? That dude, Noah Yahari, okay? The Pasquale left-hand man, all right? And they both damn devils. This devil say that, they can make fruit, food better than the Most High. They say if a drought is put upon the place by, and this is me quoting him, the sky daddy, okay? We can make it rain in that place no matter what, by what cloud seeding. Now over there in different places like Dubai, I think it was another place. I think it was Italy or something like that. Don't quote me. And you can look up this information on the internet, cloud seeding. That's what this devil was talking about, doing cloud seeding. And it's making great droughts, man. It's not that's not a good thing. And this is what happens when you try to do the job of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You don't have no authority to do these things, but by you doing these things, you're definitely signing death on to yourself. Period, point blank. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Okay? You will be destroyed. Thus says the scriptures. Thus said the Heavenly Father. All right. And it's no wonderment about it. And when it happens, it's just gonna happen. Period, point blank. And when it does happen, we're gonna rejoice. The nation of Israel is gonna rejoice. We're gonna move into our lands, okay, which is the nation of Israel after it gets burned up, okay, because like I said, it's downtrodden by the heathens, by the Gentiles, and the Gentiles being the gutter rats over there right now, okay. They're not the biblical Israelites. They're Israelis, fake imposters, okay. They don't have no rights over there. Let me get this. Obadiah. Read Obadiah. real quick. And the title says, Edom will be humble. Verse 1, it says, the vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord power concerning Edom, okay, which is Yahweh. Rumor, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Right? And the small among the heathen is Esau. Okay, they ain't even having babies right now. Their birth rate is so low, it's not even funny. Okay, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And you will see, with your own research, every nation that exalted themselves as the eagle, right? The eagles on the coins in America, okay? Even the Nazis had the eagle, okay? And you can do further research, but any nation of Edom exalted themselves as the eagle, okay? Verse 3, I'm going to read verse 3 again. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground, right? And we know this man was the man that dwelled in the cliffs of the rocks, because he did turn the whole earth into a gigantic cave. Seamen everywhere, buildings going up into the sky. You know, looking at buildings right now, just up in the air, man. And it's a law in the scripture that say you can't build past the 3 stories, I believe. That's it. 3 stories is the height. But this devil, then he got almost damn near 70 floors on one building, man. It's crazy. So it's depicting who it is. You got the Roman columns on buildings, okay, just like if they was in their place of rest, which was Petra. Okay, it's on every damn building in the city. You see them everywhere. Leaves of olive leaves and Roman. What do you call those things? The fags, which is a torch. Okay, on the side of buildings. This where we at. Who's ruling? Esau Edom's ruling. Job 9:24. Okay. He exalted himself as the eagle. Okay, that's the national bird of America. It's the eagle. Okay. That would you just look it up, man. It's history that's already made. Verse 5. I'm gonna read 4. Though thou exalted thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And they had that little space station floating about up there, and they sent rockets up there, all right. But it's going to get thrown down, just like the Lord said, man. This place is out of here, okay. No matter how much they have pride, the pride is the last thing that you want, okay, in front of the Most High, okay, because pride comes before the fall, man. It's one group of people that's going to have to learn it the hard way. There ain't no ifs and ands and buts about it. It's just going to be that. Okay? It said, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would I not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Of course, but they're civilized people, right? Edom is not civilized at all. You goddamn John 10 and 10, right? Came but to steal, kill, and destroy. That's it. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that ate thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in them. Right? And they get ready to do a whole a lot of things here in America, in Babylon the Great. Okay, you're not going to see America in the scriptures. You're not going to see it. You're going to see Babylon the Great. That's what you're going to see in the scriptures. Right? And hey, they ain't going to move here. That's the only thing I can say. And it's not all migrants that came across that's going to be a problem, but the migrants that came across that's age to military age, it's going to be big problems, man. Okay, some of these people are not who they seem to be, right? And it's going to be chaos ensuing pretty soon. When I don't know, but I could tell the fabric of good old USA is done. Okay, it's ripped to shreds. Now the happiness is just going to go on. That's the only thing we're waiting for. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And that's, like I said, you've seen it. Okay? The wise men of Edom are done. This is the buffoonery government that we live in. They send millions across the billions across the wars that's going nowhere. Why? Because the politicians that's sending it over there are the very same people that's going over there and taking the money and pocket. That's how America works. Okay, rob from the poor to give to the rich. That's it. All the taxes, everything is getting shipped over there. All the extra printed off money. But these damn devils, they follow right behind it, like a rat about cheese. You get what I'm saying? And it keeps on happening. So it's coming down to the wire. Like I said, this government is just it's all manner of wickedness. This is why it's called Babylon the Great. Because it's great confusion here. It's not letting up. You got creepy Joe in the game, and they're just it's all type of foul behavior going on in that fucking place, man. Okay, that's all set up on witchcraft, anyways. And I'm talking about DC. All right. And the mighty man, OT man, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right? And that's what you're getting ready to see, man. Right? Every time you looked around, all the way when I was from the time where I was a kid, and I know it happened plenty of times before, but I'm just speaking out of my own history. You know, uh, cops killing black kids, by the ton. Uh, what's his name? Got his ass whooped. Rodney King. You know, Emmett Till getting killed. Why? Because the so-called YT, which is Esau and Edom, right? doing heinous things to people, man. And he's about to pay for it, right? He's about to pay for it in a major way. And that cutoff is going to be, you know, the ultimate cutoff, which is, you know, the nuclear missiles, man. You go into Jeremiah 50 and 51, all right? Isaiah the 34th chapter, all right? I think I'll get Isaiah 34. I think it's 34, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, let me grab it real quick. Okay, Isaiah 34. I'm gonna read this first. And see, they think they got away with doing people dirty, man. Strong drink. Is Habakkuk 2 and 15. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest that bottle to him, and makest him drunk also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Right? So, that's years of them planting these wayward doctrines in these nations and false philosophies and economic hitmen. Edom just runs across the globe and do the worst that he can. And then when you fall victim to him, here come the International Monetary Fund. Okay, and they offer you a deal that you can't refuse, nor you can pay back. And what's going to happen is then they get ready to put their corporations, okay, in your little economic setup, which when they put their corporations in it, it's all profit for them, and you get nothing. They just rob you of resources. That's what they're going to do. Okay. So this thing is getting ready to be sold up, man. And just because of that's happening, right? What's going to happen is this 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 place right here, the seat of Idumea, okay, which is Babylon the Great, is getting ready to get overran. When you read couple this with Isaiah 30, 33, Isaiah 33. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. First and foremost, the Native Americans going to get you back for all that you did, Edom. That's the bottom line. But then you got these other nations, okay, and that's in the kingdom. In the kingdom, we're going to get out just do it, okay, on Esau, Edom. But on this side, you're going to have to pay all those nations that was a part of your Psalms 83 uh, uh, idea. All right, these nations about to get down bad on you, man. Okay, when you read Jeremiah 50 and 51, they going to do their worst. Thus says the scriptures. Okay, and it's the Lord. Let me grab this. Let me grab this. Proverbs 21 and 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turns it wherever soever he will. Right? And all these nations, right? They're rulers over them. They have this in their head already, man. Okay. They're getting ready to get down bad on this place. Like I said, read Jeremiah 50, 51. Not to just my I'll read the just the certainties of the scriptures, or the main points. I'll go down to those and read it. So let me grab it. Then I'll go to Isaiah 35, and that'll be it for me, man. Let me see. Jeremiah. Grab this in second Ezra's first. In second Ezra 16 and 13, it says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the end of the world." Right? We know that no man can shoot a bow from an arrow into another country. It just doesn't work that way. It's damn near impossible. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the ICBMs, okay, intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right, but now in this day and age, they got the hypersonic missiles. So it's going to be all sorts of armaments flying around. Okay, the Lord even say He's going to open up His brigandine. Okay, and when you look up that word brigandine, I believe it goes into a storage. Let me get it. Fifty-one and three. Jeremiah 51 and 3. Start at 1, Jeremiah 51 and 1. It says, "Thus said the Lord, behold, I will rise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me a destroying wind." And that destroying wind is what? Is the I believe they call it the bosom of destruction in the scriptures, but it's the wind from the fire, okay? From the blast that's going to be certified to turn everything into ash, no matter what. "Will send on to Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about." Right? All the armies, man. The army's going to be lined up against this place, set themselves in battle array. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host. Now let's look up that word brigandine. Right? It's about brothers. Serion. Okay, Serion is armor. Okay, coat of Mel Brigadine, right? So the protection, okay? The Lord's going to lift up his protection against this place. The protection is the nuclear missiles, right? That's going to come crashing down on this place. So, when you go to Isaiah 35th chapter, I believe, Isaiah 35. But he said his sword shall be bathed in heaven. So that's what we getting ready to see. Swords bathed in heaven, which are the nuclear missiles coming down on this place to burn it up. All right. Why? Because of the evil against his brother Jacob. You got to read Joel the third chapter, man. All right. Read Joel the third chapter, and you'll be further edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Dash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. With that, I want to say Shalom.